Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. You know, if you had told me 2 months ago that we'd be doing this episode, I'd have called you crazy. But here we are, Silksong released. That still feels crazy to say. And we've got our initial thoughts on the game. What works, what doesn't, and was it worth the wait? We'll be talking our initial impressions of the world's most wish-listed game. But first, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining us, his first comment was, "It's beautiful." His second comment was not something that I can say on this show. When he fell all the way back to the start of the game, it's Ryan.
What's up, guys? I'm just running back to this boss. I'll see you in a couple minutes. That's all.
Oh, man. And joining us, I know for a fact he's rage quit at least 2 times and probably more that he didn't admit to. So I guess it's time to say, get good, scrub. It's Ace.
Savage beast, fly, I curse ye! You beast!
Wait. Ace knows how to trigger me, man.
I hate that.
I love it.
Yeah, he just keeps sending me pictures of the savage beast fly, and I'm like, bro,
They're not even good
that's
pictures.
not nice, man. That's not nice, man. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, here we are.
It's real.
It is real.
It's real.
You played it.
It's actually real.
You played it, Ryan. It's real.
I
been
finally
playing
did. I did.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
a day or
Now,
two
look,
late, but I got on.
I do love poor Ryan. Like, you know, Ryan has had just the craziest schedule you can imagine over the last 2 weeks. My work has been absolutely kicking my tail for the last
dude,
month.
You've been killing it.
Thankfully, like this weekend, I actually did get some playtime. I'm on the tail end of the busy season for my job, and we got some playtime. Now, I asked you guys before we got into this episode, I said, hey, what's your hours on this? Because I think we kind of span the gamut. Ryan, you said you got about 5-6 hours in finally over the weekend.
Yep.
I thought I had like 12 to 15, and I figured Ace was in the mid-20s. I checked. I'm 22 hours in, boys. And I asked Ace, and Ace is like, I'm 22 hours
We're
in.
both the same
Ace
amount
and I are
in.
Yeah, but Ace is in a different part than I am. So apparently I got distracted. I was doing a bunch of side quests and stuff like that. But here we are. We get to talk about Silksong. We are going to give our initial thoughts. We are going to come back and do a full deep dive later on. So for those that want spoilers and an overall, just give me the deep dive on Silksong, we will be doing that. This episode is going to focus on kind of initial impressions, what's working, which is a lot, what's not working, which might be a lot, and kind of just the overall vibe of how we're feeling about Silksong, having gotten the chance to actually put some hours into it at this point.
Yep.
But before we get into that, boys, guys, we got some people to thank, man.
Oh,
we got
yeah.
some people to thank, you know, and my goodness, hey, you know what? Every person out there that supports this podcast, you are the reason that we are still able to do this podcast after so many years. Guys, we've been doing this podcast for like 5 years now. Do you guys realize that?
It's a long time.
Like 5 years, dude. Like that is a crazy amount of time. Somehow, some way, we have managed to carve out a spot in the podcast world, especially when it comes to video games. That is an impossibility. You cannot compete with the likes of IGN and Giant Bombcast, which I don't even think exists anymore, and GameSpot's podcast and all this, you know, kind of funny games. That's no shade to any of those guys. Respect for what you all do. But to be an independent gamers that have started a podcast in this space without a multi-jillion-dollar website behind you is something to be said. So we're very proud of that. But all of that to say, we could not do what we do if it wasn't for the people that support this podcast. And anytime somebody signs up to do that, one of the ways that we say thank you is thanking you on this show because it is important. So we have a huge shout out to guys. We got a few of them this time.
We got, yeah.
Julian.
Oh,
Julian joined the Discord server as a supporter, wasn't even in there initially, and just boom, here's the new guy showing up and chatting with people. We're like, Julian, my man. So thank you to Julian.
Thank you.
Nate Nickel, Nate, if you have a Discord handle, I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, but Nate Nichols signed up as well. We've got Stouffer, who signed up to support the show. And just this morning,
I was going to say there's one this morning.
There's one more.
Yep, this one this morning. Old Tedward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Signed up as well. So thank you to all of you that signed up to support the show. Listen, if you like this podcast, you've been listening a while, and you want to support this and keep this thing running, there is a link in the episode description. It takes like 2 minutes to sign up. There is no commitment whatsoever. It's not like you're signing your life away. It's just 2 minutes.
Unless you
sign
want.
up. I mean, we'd love it if you did, but there you go. So thank you to all of you out there. All right. And then, guys, we have one other quick thing that we have to address on this show. Ryan, I owe you an apology for trolling you.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna sit back for this one. Hold on. Let me just. Oh, okay.
About the way, apparently.
Yeah.
I am part British, I guess. The Queen's English, because the word respite came up. And you said respite.
Yeah.
I trolled you for that. I said it's respite.
Yeah.
And you said no, and you took it like a champ. And it turns out that in modern English, there are people that say respite.
For shame,
So
Josh.
I
How
owe
could
you an
correct
apology,
him like
Ryan.
that?
At some point, I'll give you that apology. But it's not right now.
Listen, so I want to know for real, like, have you never, like, did you, like, have you not heard that word, like, said that way, or how did that happen?
I always read it as respite.
I will say, I'm with Ace on this one. I have heard respite. Like, I need a respite. We talked about this.
That's what the benches are called in Ender Magnolia and Ender Lilies. They're called respites. So I've always
Where did they
read
develop
it like
that game? Where did they develop that game?
Well, see, there you go. So this is the tomato
It's a good question.
thing.
I think it's Korea.
But
Yeah,
I have
there it
never
is.
seen so many linguists come out of the woodwork to support Ryan on this.
I know,
They were like, according to this, you said it right. And then I was like, dang it. And I was like, all right, I gotta give Ryan his
You like
moment
how
in the
such a
spotlight.
weenie I am that I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. I must have been like, I must have said it wrong, Josh.
Oh man.
But yeah,
Yep, so
yeah, take that.
yeah. So all right, you were right, Ryan. You were right.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
I'm surprised you didn't burst into flames.
will take my respite here.
I will respite myself.
A little respite for me and you.
I'm full of a little respite.
I still think respite
It's okay.
sounds
It's
better,
listen,
but-
you're wrong plenty of times, so add it to the
that's
list.
true too.
Add it to
That's
the-
one thing we
add
never
it to
pretend
the
is to
list.
be, right? Yeah, exactly. All right, boys, let's talk about Silksong. Let's get into this. Again, Ace and I are 20 hours into this thing. Ryan's 5-6 hours in. I love that we kind of have this spread of play times. For people that are worried, we're not going to get into any kind of major spoilers. We're going to talk about the game, which, we're going to mention a boss. We're going to mention a level. We're not going to mention any kind of huge spoilers or story moments or, any of these things like that. So if you're worried about spoilers, we're not going to spoil anything, but yes, we are going to talk about the game. So if you don't want to hear a boss's name or the name of a level, maybe come back to this episode later on, but we're going to not spoil everything for you, those of you out there either. But let's be honest, the whole world's playing Silksong right now. So you guys are there with us, this is not anything different. So, okay. We have all played Hollow Knight, correct?
Yes.
The very first question I have is, does this feel different than Hollow Knight to you guys?
Oh, significantly different than Hollow Knight. It's way faster paced, in my opinion.
Okay.
The resemblance I had was kind of like with Doom, where you have your tank and then you have your like F-16
Fighter jet.
your fighter jet. And like you are a fighter jet. Silksong, you are a fighter jet, and like you have the movement, you have the speed. And Hollow Knight, you were just kind of like a tank.
You're a bouncing ball with a little
you're a
knife.
bouncing ball going through the world. So yeah, there's definitely that that difference between the two of the speed. That's the thing that caught me so off guard, is how fast you are as the Silksong, in the Silksong game.
How?
I think I agree with you guys on that one, where it definitely feels faster paced to me. I will say the biggest challenge for me was not having like the downward slash, and it's like you do a diagonal, and then I was like, what is this, man? Like I need to bounce off of things, like
I miss my pogo.
yeah. And in Hollow Knight, you could pogo off the spikes on the ground.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, you can't do that, man. She attacks in a diagonal motion. And this was like, my brain was like, what?
You will still be expected to do that.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I was
yeah,
like,
you still have to do that.
They're going to keep some of this stuff. So I will say, like, other than just the speed of the game, does it feel much I'll be like, for me it really just feels like I'm playing Hollow Knight, but like maybe a little bit faster paced.
It's a faster,
maybe a little bit harder.
It's a faster, I would say more difficult in some aspects, Hollow Knight, but also the animation is so much smoother.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
agree with
really
you there too.
feel the flow of Hornet's combat compared to when you played, as the vessel in Hollow Knight.
So did you guys, are you guys both on PC?
I'm on PC.
Yeah.
You guys were okay. So I bought it because I leave in Sunday. So I leave in 2 days for my trip. So I'm like, I'm gonna get it on Switch. That way I can play it on my flight. I can play it when I'm out of town, and I will beat this game and do everything I need to do within this game before I come back. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
But I thought it's still, even so, on the Switch looked amazing. I thought it was very fluid. I thought the graphics, I'm like, oh, this looks... I remember right away I loaded in. I'm like, this looks so pretty. And then I went off and I played for an hour and a half, and then I somehow fell down a hole and I ended up back where I started. And I thought it was just as pretty the first time I was there, which was interesting. But
Dude, this is a universal thing where I
haven't talked to anyone that hasn't done it, by the way.
Everybody in our Discord
everyone's
server
done it.
was literally like, I did the exact same thing, dropped down this hole back at the beginning. And I'm like, why did you guys do this to people, man? Like, this is just Team Cherry being trolls at this point,
They're just trying to get us, man.
Yeah. I will say the animation is incredible.
Yeah.
This game screams polish to me, dude.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we're talking about initial impressions, 0 bugs, 0 lag.
I don't know. There's a
0
lot of
performance
bugs.
issues.
I've seen quite a few bugs.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. There are a lot of bugs. But I mean, you can tell they took their time with this. They developed this game. It runs flawlessly. It acts flawlessly. Every button input responds the way that I feel like it should. Like, this is an absolutely polished to the hilt game.
Yep.
The music's beautiful. The graphics are beautiful. Even when you get into those somber kind of dark areas where the sound just goes away, it's like you can hear your footsteps and that's it. Like, even those moments are just top notch to me. So it's like everything about this screams polish, in my opinion.
I would agree. What do you think, though, about the difficulty? Does it feel harder?
Well, that's how I see AC read my mind. I was going to say, guys, and Ryan may not be here yet, but there is a giant elephant in this room right now. And that elephant is the difficulty level of Silksong. Ryan's waving his hand. I cannot wait for you to
Dude,
be
I
like,
would not
"Bro,
buy this
forget
game. I will not buy this game on a mobile console. I'll crush it in my hands.
Because you're going to throw that
I will
mobile
crush
console.
it in my hands.
Ryan's looking. He's like, wait a minute. What did I get myself into here?
Uh-oh.
Look, let's just talk about it. Because Ryan, I mean, you experienced a tiny bit of this with just falling back to the beginning of the game, And I will say this game, my first few, probably 5 hours in, no problem. Got hit a couple times, lost a little bit of life. Bro. Okay. We are accomplished gamers, dude. Ace.
Yes.
You've beaten Elden Ring.
Yes, I
You've
have.
beaten Millennia.
Yeah.
You've beaten some hard games.
I've
Ryan,
beaten Bloodborne.
You don't shy away from you. Yeah. Ryan, I know you do not shy away from difficulty.
Oh, yeah.
You'll sit there, you'll grind through it until you get it. I mean, I love just being pummeled. People know I like difficult games. What the heck, dude? Like,
This game is so hard.
Here's the problem. And I know, bro, right now that the internet is going to internet and they're like, okay, good, dude. There's no problem.
Yeah,
The Silksong's not hard. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Bro, you can brag all you want and try to fool yourself that you don't think that there's a higher difficulty level in Silksong than there was in Hollow Knight. And that's not to say that Hollow Knight didn't have its challenges. But the difficulty level of Silksong is sometimes, not all the time, is sometimes infuriating to me, dude. Like, and I like a challenge. I got no issues fighting a boss 30, 40 times.
Are you sure?
What
about when that boss does
Silksong this morning?
Double damage and also there's no iframe, so you take that damage immediately again?
Oh, yeah. Or if we're going to talk about this, because look, the get good scrub crowd, right? I hear you, buddy. And I got no problems getting good.
Be better.
You know, if it's on me, that's fine. If I got to learn a boss's moveset and get the timing down right to do this, to beat this optional boss or something like that, I'll fight that boss 1,000 times if it means I got to learn that moveset and the animations and stuff like that. The problem that I have with Silksong is it is not about your skill level. It is about the freaking randomization and ads and boss moveset that it's just the most random thing. Bro, like I mentioned this stupid Savage Beastfly. I fought that son of a 50 times, dude. 50 times. And you know what? It's not about, I can't memorize his animations and his moveset. It's the fact that ads will randomly spawn through like 4 different sets of bugs in the game. And if you get the wrong RNG on this boss fight, there is no way you were beating that boss with that bad RNG. And then you got to freaking run back. And look, it's not a super long run, but it's still 40 seconds, 30 seconds of running back every single time.
That's too far.
How was that bench?
Every single time.
How was that bench the first time you sat on it too?
Yeah. You know, yeah. And then the bench that's close to this boss fight is, I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say that not all things are as they seem.
Not all things are as they seem. Let's just say that, yeah.
I don't like artificial difficulty.
Me either.
Like, and this is why I say Melania, she's got a moveset. It's difficult. You might have a very small window of how you respond to a move winding up or an animation or something like that. I get it. And practice will make you perfect. It might take a long time, but ultimately you can do it. That is not random difficulty. The problem I have with Silksong's difficulty level is, for the most part, it is just random crap that they throw at you and they say, hey, okay, you can beat this one bug because you can focus. Okay, here's 3 bugs at the same time that are all moving around randomly and doing. How am I supposed to focus on that, dude? Like, you're fighting this boss that's a tough boss fight. Oh, let's just spawn an ad. Okay, well, I can deal with the one ad, right? You take the ad out, you focus on the boss. Oh, okay, well, that wasn't hard enough. Here's 2 ads at the same time. And oh, by the way, you never know what ad you're going to get. And one of these ads will absolutely wreck you because you can't attack him because he does a swirly spiral chop that just blocks everything.
That thing.
You know, yeah. Okay. I don't love the difficulty level of some parts of Silksong. So when we want to talk about what is the elephant in the room, to me, it is this artificial difficulty where they make the game hard for no reason hard. And Ryan, you are not there yet, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for you to get there because
I'm already pissed off. Like, I don't.
Misery loves company, and I want you to be miserable with Ace and I. Ace the other day said, "Bro, I had to walk away." He's like, "This is stupid."
I had to take a Silksong break. I think I said I have to take a Silksong break. I'm going crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Do you guys remember what I said my least favorite thing in any Metroidvania is? When I was talking about
the run back. Is it the long run back?
Walkbacks are part of it.
Thing.
The other thing is contact damage. I cannot stand contact damage in a game.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy because how am I supposed to be skillful with what I'm doing if I land on a boss and I take damage for it? That's not my fault.
Yeah.
You know, I can touch a tiger.
Yeah.
And it's not going to kill me. You know?
You can touch Melania. Melania doesn't hurt you.
Yes. If you want to make it contact damage, this thing better be dripping with acid
and
at that
spikes.
point. You know, then yeah, exactly. Then it's like, oh, I shouldn't touch this thing.
Oh, I shouldn't jump on your head.
You bumped into it.
Instead, I messed up a pogo, and now I lost 2 health because contact damage counts as regular damage.
I noticed that too on the it's pretty early on for you guys, I'm sure. Like the bell boss, like you're in there and it's running across and you go and you try to like dash, but you don't dash and you fall down and you just land on its tail and then you take two strikes of damage. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. I didn't even, he didn't attack me. Like, why am I taking damage if I'm not being attacked? I agree. I think the contact damage is absolute garbage. I don't know why we still have it, man. I don't know why. It's ridiculous.
You know what game doesn't have
Yeah,
contact damage, and it's a sequel to another Metroidvania, and it's also really good? Ender Magnolia.
Oh, really?
They took the
Wait,
contact
what's that game?
damage.
I've never heard of that
Yeah,
game
I know.
I
No
never
one's
heard
ever
of it. You never talked about that
What?
game before.
Ender
what?
Magnolia?
Oh,
Like a
yeah. Your
flower?
full name's Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist. Maybe check it out, everyone. But their first game,
okay.
Ender Lilies, had contact damage.
Okay.
People didn't like that. In Ender Magnolia, they took it out, and it made a significantly better experience for me. Because I didn't have to watch where I was landing every time I wanted to land an attack. I just had to learn boss patterns and learn how to fight.
We got to move on, but to me, the glaring downside to Silksong right now is just artificial difficulty. I
agree.
love a good boss fight, guys. You know, I love mechanics. I will go for the hardest difficulty challenge and things like that, but it infuriates me to just go, let's just have random difficulty. We'll just throw in more ads. We'll randomize this stuff. And it's like, it doesn't make sense, dude. Like I have to be good. I'm not saying that, but when you throw random into the mix, that infuriates me. And that is probably my biggest complaint with Silksong at the moment is just, I can be trucking along, having the best time ever going, bro, this game is so good. And then just hit one area or one combo of monsters or a boss fight where they just go, yeah, we're just going to tick you off for no reason whatsoever.
Yep.
Here you go.
Yep.
Just be mad at us.
Let's
and
make
I'm just
them
like,
mad.
why would you do this to me, man?
The needle goes like this on Silksong. It never stops.
It really
you're
does.
loving it, you're hating
Yeah.
it. You're loving it, you're hating it.
So I haven't.
My wife laughs at me.
So I haven't hit that yet with you guys. That you know this crazy difficulty issue, because like I I'm only 5-6 hours in, and I did the standard Metroidvania like battle thing where you go through 5-6 fights, you learn the skill set, you learn what they're gonna do, and then you go no shot, and you don't get hit, you don't get touched, and you smoke them. You're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And you keep playing. So like I'm still in that mode where like I'm feeling good about this. So I am intrigued to see where that's gonna happen, where I run into like, oh, this is what they were talking about. This is why they were so stinking mad about the way this game is like set up.
Mm-hmm. You're going to see.
Part of it too is that, and I'm okay with this, but there's no health bars on bosses.
I fixed that.
You don't know if you're supposed to be fighting that boss. Like the first time I came across the Savage Beast Fly was early because I had been just exploring because you can just wander.
Yeah.
And this guy kicked my butt and I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet. So then I went back to him later on after getting some upgrades and stuff, and he's still kicking my butt. But it's like, but there's no health bars on bosses. You can just randomly come across a room where there's a boss in this room or a tough fight. And it's like, am I supposed to be here yet? I don't know. I don't know if I got this thing halfway dead or if I've barely tickled it, man. Like how much am I going to slam my head against this wall, wondering if I can beat this boss? Like it accentuates the joy of the game when you do beat a tough fight. But at the same time, the negatives that come with that, I think sometimes outweigh that like fist pump moment where I'm like, yeah, I beat him. To where it's just like, bro, like you're just ticking me off right now, man. So
I think
we got to take a quick break.
I was going to say, I think I just beat one boss and I sighed. I was like, it's over.
It's over.
Yeah. Like mine's not over because I'm still banging. And I listen, I'm a glutton for punishment. I keep telling myself one more run. If I don't beat him this time, I'll just go and then it's like by the time I run back, because you got to run back to get your rosaries, which is your currency in this game. And I'm like, well, I don't want to lose all that. So I run back and I'm like, I'm right here. Let me just try him again. And then it's like a vicious cycle, man. So, all right, let's take a quick break, guys. We'll come back and talk about some other parts of the game. I still can't believe we're here, guys. We're talking about Silksong. We're talking initial impressions.
It's real.
Just got done whining about some of the difficulty level in this game. This is an interesting question, right? Because I know we're a little bit further along, Ace, but we're still far from beating this game at this point.
No,
what
I haven't even
wanna
locked half
talk
the map.
about is Silksong what you wanted / expected from the sequel to Hollow Knight? And I know that's a tough question, but it's like, we've waited for this game for so long. We've all played Hollow Knight. We all regard Hollow Knight very, very high in our video game, echelon of like great games out there.
Yeah.
Is Silksong what you expected, and is it what you wanted out of this experience so far? And again, I get, hey, this is not a final verdict or anything, but Ryan, since you have the least amount of hours, 5-6 hours in, is it what you expected?
Okay, so far, I mean, I know what you guys have said, which is a little concerning for me going forward, like because
you reserve the right to change your opinion, Ryan.
Because so far I'm having a really good time. Like I'm having a really, really good time. Jack, I'm playing with my son Jack. We're playing, and he's like, "Dad, this is like Hollow Knight, but it's a little harder, but it looks better and it's fun. It's more fun." And I'm like, I agree. We're going through the world. It looks absolutely beautiful. And again, I'm playing on the Switch because I'm gonna have a portable unit while I'm traveling. So it looks amazing. It plays amazing. It's fluid. It is graphically pleasing. Like everything about it I love so far. I am just a little concerned with what you guys have said about where it goes from there, because I am totally fine so far fighting bosses 5-10 times, whatever, just get the skill set and go. If I'm trying to do 20-30 runs, then I have to run from my rest to the boss. Like that's concerning for me. That's something that I don't like, and that takes away from the fun of the gameplay. So I hope that's not, maybe you guys are just like mad in the moment and it's not going to be that bad. I'm hoping that's the case, but I don't know. We'll see.
What about you, Ace? Is it what you expected?
Okay, I want to preface this with I've been hard on Silksong. All right, the funny thing is, as soon as we're done with this recording, I'm gonna go play more. That's the reality of it.
Same with me. Absolutely.
It is, in a way, it is what I expected out of a sequel for Hollow Knight. I don't know if I expected it to be this much harder early on, though. I kind of expected a gradual increase of difficulty as the game went on. This game just throws you right into it. But the art is beautiful. The music's beautiful. The animations are stunning. It is clearly, as we said, polished as it gets. It's everything I expected for 7 years of work. I'll say that. Yeah. But this is, at its core, this is Hollow Knight 2. So,
yeah, I will say that this is what I expected.
Yeah.
I didn't think that they were going to just completely change the formula. I did feel like that, hey, this is a sequel. You've learned some things, you've had time to polish this. It's been in development for 6 years now, so it should feel like it is a complete game. It shouldn't have issues, performance, stuff like that. So to me, this feels like Hollow Knight 2.0. You jump in right away. The game just works. Everything works like it should. The controls are top notch. I mean, everything is just instantly like, this is a fantastic video game. I get frustrated with some of the difficulty spikes, but at the same time, it's like you said, I literally can't wait to play more tonight.
Yep.
Like this game keeps just drawing me in. I want to see what the next level is. I want to see what the next skill I get is. If I'm being very nitpicky, I feel like sometimes the progression, you all know I love progression, I feel like the progression is sometimes like not
it's stingy
so well.
It's very stingy with the progression
to where it's like, I want those RPG elements. I want the new weapon or the new ability or the new tool or the new heal or the new whatever. And it's like, I'm 20 hours in, and while I have gotten a few abilities, I'm like, I feel like it's very stingy. That's probably the best way to put it, Ace, is it's like, and I get that they have to pace it and they can't give you too much because then you just break the game and you go places you're not supposed to go.
Well, that's the thing too. Yeah. Like they have to pace it because otherwise you'll be going into way harder areas way too early. And then when you get steamrolled, you're blaming them for not optimizing the pathing and things like that.
I mean, that's fair, so it's like, it is what I expected. I absolutely love playing this game. But at the same time, there are moments where I just go like, I hate you right now. I hate you for what you're doing to me for no reason.
I curse you, Team Cherry.
Also, look, before people think that we are slandering Silksong, which we are not doing, we're just, again, this whole point of this is initial impressions. Metroidvanias are not my favorite genre in the world. I joke that I get lost a lot of times. I have done at least 8 loops through every zone in this game because I get to wandering and I'm trying to find something. And then I realize, oh, that's not this zone. It's that zone over there. The map is still the same map system that you had in Hollow Knight, which is not the most intuitive for me. You have to buy the stupid little pins to put on the map, which I've done. But then it's like, wait, what does this pin mean? What did I put that pin there for? So I walk all the way over there and then I go, oh, that was just a vendor. Never mind. So it is not the most like user-friendly experience in the world. So I'm a little torn, in that regard, to where it's like absolute can't wait to play this game, cussing and rage quitting at another moment, and then walking away. But then 30 minutes later, it's like, oh, I kind of really want to play Silksong again too.
Yeah, it's like an addiction, man.
I was in bed last night with the Switch, and me and Jack were playing, and we're trying to beat a boss, and then like I'm playing, and I'm like falling asleep as I'm playing. He's like, Dad, and he kept nudging me, and I'm like, oh, and I get back to it. So it has that draw. It has that essence that makes you want to continue to play the game. I'm with you though. The map thing, man, why? Like it's 2025, dude. Let's just have a simple, easy to work, manageable map. Let's like I don't understand like the thing with Metroidvanias where they're like, no, you have to discover the world, and then you have to find everything you need to, and then we're gonna make it extra difficult so you know where you are, and they make the deception. I just, bro, I'm here to play. Let me play the game. Let me know where I'm at, and I already want to play. I'm here. I'm ready to play. Let me know what level I'm in, what area I'm in. Like, it shouldn't be that difficult to run back to different zones and things like that. So. Yeah, that was a big thing for me is this, as always, the map issue on these games. But so far, I'm not as far as you guys. I have not hit this crazy hiccup as far as difficulty, but I'm loving it.
Oh,
I'm loving it so far.
I don't want the difficulty to like scare people off. You know what I mean? It is not very, very frequent that you hit these spikes. The problem is when you hit one of those spikes, you feel it. And then I go from loving this game to just being infuriated with again, why? Why did you make it difficult in this way? Because again, if it was learn the boss moveset, that's one thing, but it's just artificial. I feel like they just went, let's just make it difficult to make it difficult. And this is not like platforming difficulty. Fine. Again, that's on me, dude.
Yeah.
If I got to hit my timing, that's my fault, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. But like, it's just sometimes it seems so random.
Does it feel like blueprints to you? Like to where like you can do all the things right, but maybe some RNG sets you off on the wrong course. And then
there's definitely a learning curve for a boss. I mean, every boss fight is going to be, you're going to fight it, you're going to die. You're going to fight it, you're going to die. Yeah. And then you're going to go, oh, okay, this guy swipes 3 times after he leaps at me, right? And then it's like, okay, so there definitely is some pattern recognition.
For sure.
Which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
The problem is that when you throw the pattern recognition into a random spawn of like enemies or something else, it just becomes like it just feels like it's not fair at that point. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, give me a fair fight where my skills have to come through. But when it's not fair because you've just thrown 3 other enemies into this small little arena and I'm supposed to track 4 different enemies bouncing around, doing things and diving at me and this and that. And maybe I need to just farm some mask pieces to get more health. Maybe the problem is me and I haven't done enough of that. But like you can get hit like 3 times total. And like Ace said, if you get unlucky and you get backed into a corner, there's no iframes.
No iframes.
You
That's
just instantly die.
Yeah.
This isn't like you get 2 seconds of blinking on the screen to kind of get to a safe spot. This is literally like, boom, boom, you're dead. Like just instantly dead. And then you're like, what the crap, man? Like, come on, like give me a minute to, I don't know.
Hollow Knight had iframes, by the way. Hollow Knight had those. So like going from that to this.
There is an iframe. Before we get eviscerated on the internet, I think you get like a half a second of iframe, but dude, that is not enough time to actually respond to getting cornered by a boss or something like that, dude. It's really not. And then the heal aspect takes a long time because it's not like Hollow Knight where you could just slowly heal. This is, I have to just sit here and the silk fly around me motionless for 2 seconds and then you fully heal or you almost fully heal. You know, great, but it's just I don't know, dude. Again, this is not slandering the game, and I'm not asking you to make the Silksong easier because I like difficult games, but artificial difficulty is not a thing that people should be doing in 2025.
I have a big thing with this with like, we talk about food a lot on our Discord. If you're not on our Discord, you should check it out. It's the Oasis. It's an amazing place. That aside, I love spicy food. I love hot, spicy things.
Ooh.
I love it when it tastes good though. I don't like spice for the sake of spice. I don't like hot things just because like, hey, let's make it 4 million Scoville units just because like, oh yeah, doesn't that taste good? No. My face is melting off. No. I like things that are spicy and hot but they have flavor. Like give me the flavor. I can take a battle that has flavor. Give me something that I'm combating. I have a chance. I can see that glimmer of hope. I can have it, and I know what I have to do. It's just if I can do it. And if they have that RNG implemented in, and it's always just like, oh well, sometimes get good scrub, or sometimes too bad. Like that's what takes it away. So if there's too much RNG, it really affects that boss fight. So, man, if it gets to that level where you just can't use your skills to fight this boss and win, like without the RNG messing you up, man, that's gonna be a tough thing.
You'll see. I mean, I'm curious because
I'm excited to check it out. Now I'm excited to see what it's gonna be, what you guys are talking about, and then I'll be like, oh no.
Yeah, but what's weird is we have people in our Discord that have said, I thought Hollow Knight was harder. Like we've literally, maybe it's just how people view. I mean, maybe some people have better like tracking for 4 things happening on the screen versus like the focus on this one boss and the animations that are happening and stuff like that. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Again, this to me, and it sounds like to Ace, is the glaring just downside to if we're saying, hey, what's not working with Silksong, this is the difficulty spikes sometimes just seem out of place to me. And to me, it seems like it's artificial difficulty versus, hey, here's just a tough boss fight, learn and get good. Practice makes perfect kind of thing, to where it's like, this isn't any amount of practice. This is just, I got lucky and I managed to avoid this ad, or I got lucky on the ad spawns kind of thing, or something along those lines. So all right, listen, we got to wrap this up, guys.
I can see all the comments.
If you had
now.
to rate it,
I can see all the comments.
I want to do this because I don't want people to think that we're slamming it. We're just pointing out what is the obvious. But if you had to rate this game right now, and Ryan, I know you don't have as much playtime in it,
for sure.
But if you had to rate it right this second, what would you rate it?
Man, so far I think it is graphically absolutely amazing. The depth within this game, and again, I'm playing on the Switch, so it's not the fidelity, like the way it looks is not the same as like a PC version of it, and I'm still blown away. I think it plays fluid. I am a fighter jet that's destroying these bugs, so overall I've had nothing but an enjoyable time so far. It's absolutely in the 9s for me. I would say probably like a 9.4 so far, 9.3, something like that. It is amazing. If I hit some crazy wall where I'm like, okay, this just isn't fun because I can't get past it, it may change. But as of right now, early on, initial response, I think it's low 9s.
Okay. What about you, Ace?
Even lower 9s.
Yeah. Okay, so you hit the hard spot.
Yeah, I've definitely hit the hard spot. It is beautiful to look at. I love watching the animations. It feels very fluid, and Hornet's combat is completely different to the Knights.
Good. Yeah.
Yep.
It is so much more acrobatic and aerodynamic, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
The inclusion of like the tools and things like that into the your kit is also super nice. But the glaring issue is the artificial difficulty that they've just kind of thrown in there. And the run backs to the boss are absolutely killer for me. But you can't really say like a work of art is bad. So it's like a 9.1, 9.2 for me.
I will say, I mean, I was just going to, for me, it's a 9 out of 10. Honestly, like I can't wait to play this game.
Yeah.
And again, I hope it doesn't sound like we're griping about the game, because overall this is a fantastic game. Like, this is a way a video game should play. It is polished, it is clean, it works, it's beautiful, it's memorable. Like, it keeps me wanting to come back for more.
Is it a game of the year contender?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
This is what a video game
absolutely.
should be. Like, this is what a video game should be. There is absolutely like nothing about this game that doesn't scream quality. And again, I know it seems like we're complaining, but what we're doing is we're pointing out, like, you know, I don't want to come on here and just be like, Silksong's the greatest game ever made. That's not true.
No,
like, is it one of the best games of this year? Is it one of the best games I've played in a while? Like, absolutely. But I'm not going to come on here and just be like, Silksong's perfect. Oh my gosh, it's the best game we've ever played in my life. Like, no, it's not. It is a phenomenal video game that I think is slightly, and I do mean slightly, held back by an artificial difficulty level, you know? And so if it wasn't for that and they dialed that difficulty in, I think it would be a 10 out of 10. I think it would absolutely be a masterpiece of a game. To me right now, it is absolutely incredible. It is phenomenal, but I'm not going to say it's a perfect game right now. Maybe that changes.
If there's no boss run back, you start right back in the same room and you're ready to rock. Do you think
that would help?
Think that would
lot.
change?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That would help a lot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That is part of the frustration, is why do I have to make this trip for the 50th time? Why can't you just give me a spawn right outside the door?
I agree.
Elden Ring did this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't detract from the game, dude. Like, it's like, I don't understand this. You're just wasting time at
unless
that point,
unless you think I'm going to beat this boss within like 3 runs, there should not be a boss run back. There should not.
Exactly. There's just quality of life stuff. That's honestly the best way I can put it, is quality of life stuff. It's 2025. Again, quality of life does not mean easy. So for everybody that's going to say get good scrubs, listen, I hear you, dude. I love difficult games.
Make it super hard.
I'm not disagreeing, but there's a difference between easy and quality of life.
And tedious.
The thing to me that is holding Silksong back is just some quality of life issues.
Yeah.
Does that detract from the game? A little bit. Is it still a fantastic video game? Like, yes. It's incredible. I can't wait to play it, dude. I want to play it right now. And I will, but it's just not perfect, you know? And so that's the initial impressions, everybody. These are our initial thoughts. We will do a deep dive. Maybe it changes. Maybe they start giving me that progression I've been craving, and by the end of the game, I'm ripping through things and I'm just like, bro, I'm so awesome at this. Maybe, but we'll find out, because we're going to come back and we're going to do a deep dive on this. But initial impression wise, there you go, everybody. If you're not playing Silksong, you should probably be playing Silksong.
Yeah.
You know,
it's good. It's pretty good.
You know, hopefully this episode encouraged that, even though we did have a few complaints.
And it's 20 bucks.
Listen, that's going to do it for
20 bucks. Real quick.
Okay,
Hold on,
I was
real quick.
Wait for the deep
How
dive,
about that? How about that, dude? $20.
Kudos to Team Cherry.
$20.
6-7 years in development. Everybody would have paid $50, $60 for this, and they come out $20, man. $20. That blew me away.
Okay, since we're on this and we're going slightly long, guys, this should be proof to the video game world, to the video game industry. There were 0 pre-sales.
Mm-hmm.
There were 0 preview copies. There were 0 review copies. There was indie pricing of $20 on this. There were no collector bundles and any of that stuff. You know, the websites didn't get access to have a review ready. Team Cherry said, no, why would we let you play it when the people that have been waiting for this game for 6 years don't get to play it?
Dude.
They said backers
first.
first.
You don't need all this stuff. You don't need the early access. Hey, give us $70 and you get to play 3 days early and all this stuff. Like, this is proof positive that the video game industry, that you can make a great video game that's made with love and passion, give it to gamers, and you will make a fortune, dude. You will absolutely make a fortune. This is the proof that you don't need all this other crap out there.
And it'll tear down
so
every
take a
game
lesson
server
from Team
ever.
Cherry. Yeah, take a lesson from Team Cherry. Understand you don't need all this junk and bloat in your games. You don't have to do all this stuff to jump through hoops. All you have to do is make a great video game. The gamers will take care of the rest, dude. We will absolutely do our part to tell friends, tell the world about this game, buy this game, give you our money, reward you for your hard work. That's the way it works.
That's
man.
what it shows. And there's more than
man.
15 million copies sold.
What?
Of
15
Silksong?
million worldwide. That's what I'm looking at
It's
right
only
now.
been 3 days.
Yeah. The game was
Are
richly
you
imagined
sure
with the
about
insects were a bit devoted. Since it's
I think that might be Hollow Knight sales.
That's
got
gotta be Hollow Knight.
I think I read
Are you
that
sure?
article.
maybe you're right.
I maybe.
That's a lot.
We'll
for 3
verify it when we
days.
do the deep dive. But I think I read that same article, and I think the header of that's a little misleading because I think it's including Hollow Knight sales in there as
It
well.
could be.
I don't think we have.
Oh, and maybe
official
it's
Silksong sales
both.
yet. So
Yeah, it's
yeah, I
probably
think
both.
it's,
That might
I think
be
it's both
both
because they
what
haven't
it
come
is.
out with the sales figures yet. But I imagine it's through.
It's
I
gotta
would
be.
imagine
It's
it's
gotta be
crazy.
insane. If that number's wrong, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to look.
Has another game ever broken every distribution platform ever?
Not all
I know,
at once.
I mean, it shut down
Not all at
every
once.
platform.
I tried
I've never
all
seen it
day
happen
that
like
day.
that.
I'm like, why? I'm like, it won't work on the computer. It won't work on my phone. Like, it's just, it broke everything. Like, that's how many people want this
Yeah.
game. And that shows, and it was, and it was
It
20
was for like
bucks.
2 hours too.
Yeah.
It was
20
like 2
bucks.
hours straight. Couldn't get into Steam.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
So takeaways, look, if this is your kind of game, reward the developers. You know, does it have some hard parts? Yes, it does, but it doesn't, the game is still a phenomenal game. So, you know, take that for what it is. Reward Team Cherry for what they've done. This is what we've been asking for. This is what we want the video game industry to follow. And the way that we support that is you buy this game, you play this game, you enjoy the game, and you support what good developers do. So, all right, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will be back with a full Silksong deep dive to give our final thoughts on this game. It'll probably be a few weeks because Ryan's going on vacation for a week. And honestly, I do want to take my time with this game. And, you know, we're about to cover. Our next episode is going to be what's left in 2025, what's coming out. And, you know, the initial response is, who cares? I got Silksong to play. But guys, there's still some really good games on the way. But the good news is you have a little bit of time to play Silksong until that happens. So that's our next episode. Make sure you join us. Make sure you rate this podcast 5 stars. Write us a review. We read them on the show. Support the show like everybody did. Shout out once again to Julian, Nate Nichols, Stouffer, and Tedward Scissorhands for signing up and supporting the podcast. Until next time, happy gaming.
See ya.
get good.